I'm muted. Thank you. I don't know why it started muted. Yeah, no, I had to move over to a new link. Apparently, YouTube, it doesn't continue the stream when there's an issue. You know how on Twitch there's that blue screen that says, "Hey, there's an issue. Your stream is figuring it out." Hold on, there's a cloud. The streamer's figuring it out. We'll be back shortly, and then it continues the stream once you're back. No, so Streamlabs quit. It just, like, you know how sometimes software does that. It gave up when I was changing my camera angle, and so it quit, which ends the stream. And then normally I'd be able to just reopen Streamlabs, click continue stream, and it would continue to the same stream. On YouTube, instead, it created a whole new stream. So I had to re-upload the thumbnail, re-update the title, re-update the description, re-update the tags, and go through that whole process while in the middle of a stream. Instead of like, oh, hold on, there's a very brief tech issue, don't worry, we'll be right back. It's not we'll be right back, it's this is going to take 10 minutes to set everything up again. Interesting. The delay on here is terrible. Yeah, I have it turned to where there's 0 delay, so that's just YouTube. There is also, like, on the screen right here, like, I have to watch my own stream to see the screen, to see when chat comes, because that comes in faster than when I see it on my end. Oh, 10 seconds, that's not that bad. 10 seconds is pretty normal. 30 seconds would be a long delay. All right, let me add the tags and everything. Because the whole point of me doing this on YouTube is so that it adds value to the algorithm, right? But if everything, like, there's that live stream that I just did that's now a 15-minute video. 10 of the 15 minutes is the starting soon screen. Nobody's going to watch that. That brings no value to the algorithm, but that's stuck on the channel. So strange. I know now why a lot of people, I've noticed this, when they stream on YouTube, it's very low quality in terms of, like, all this stuff, like having chat here next to me. I can press numbers and it pulls up different screens, that kind of thing, meaning I'm using OBS. Nobody uses that on YouTube. They just have a screen recording and a webcam without a border, nothing, because of this issue. I'm learning that now. You can delete VODs, but now this stream is just like, what if that were to happen halfway through a stream, right? It were to happen halfway through, I'm in the middle of a trade, in the middle of a trading competition, in the middle of recording a video, live, whatever it is, and that happens. It just cuts out. And instead of joining back into the same stream, it cuts out, creates a video, and starts a new one. Well, now you're expecting viewers on YouTube to watch this video. It stops halfway, and then they have to click on another one. Like, if you're watching this stream right now and it cuts out and I come back, you have to close out of your window, open up my channel again, find the stream under the live streams tab again, and then click on it and get back into the new stream, instead of just sitting there. You would lose half of your viewers anytime there's any technical difficulty. So next time I will definitely look into just streaming straight through YouTube and not using any OBS stuff, because it's a little ridiculous how it does that. They always buffer a lot. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe YouTube, the quality thing, maybe because they don't prioritize live streams as much. Like Twitch has been around forever, and Amazon has prioritized Twitch quite a bit. Google has not prioritized the live side of YouTube that much yet. So maybe they just don't have the server capacity to, I don't know, because there's not that many people live streaming on YouTube. It's not like it's very intensive on the platform. I don't know. They're still figuring it out, I suppose, because I have it. Let me double check, because I have it on low latency mode in OBS, but I don't know what YouTube is doing with that. All right, well, see, here's the thing. There were a bunch of views on that other 13-minute video that's created now. I have to delete that, but then that's telling the algorithm, hey, all these viewers, they don't count and they're not wanted. Strange. Yeah, welcome back. Let me change this to private, the other video that cut out. And if this is to cut out again, well, I'm not going through this process again. I'll be done streaming at that point. I'll switch back over to Twitch. Okay. Well, now it just wants me to create a live stream. I'm not trying to create one. I'm trying to manage my current one. It's not letting me manage my current live stream. Like I can't see it and manage it. There's like a live stream manager that you're able to access as the creator. I can't access that. These stocks are coming back pre-market, yeah. The freak out last week with the South Africa strain not actually being from South Africa, everybody freaking out that the world is ending and the market dropping 3%, that was just ridiculous. Okay, let's see if we're in, because now I can control the latency and all of that. So it's at low latency, which is 10 seconds, I believe. Normal latency would be 30, and then ultra low, which I can change it to if it connects. I'm trying to change it, but it says that I'm not streaming right now. So that's funny. And then I don't know, a lot of weird stuff going on. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Is it at least working? Does it have the right title? All right, I'm going to go to the view page, if it lets me. And then we could look for some stocks. Don't forget to like this stream, because that counts. While it's live, if people don't like it, it doesn't put it on search results. Like if right now, if you were to search, I'm gonna open up a private browser. I'm going to search on YouTube, live day trading. There are 3 people who are live right now, and then a bunch of old videos, and we're not on there. Why wouldn't it show all the people who are live right now? What's the point of live streaming if you're just going to show the regular videos first instead of the live streams? Even with the word live in the search. So you really have to get like a bunch of views and likes and chat messages and all of that right away. Otherwise, it just doesn't work, I suppose. Okay. Watch list. Tomorrow I will try streaming just through YouTube and not using OBS and see how that goes. The production quality will be worse, but if that's how everybody does it, then that's how everybody does it. Because I have a setting in OBS where is it? There's a setting somewhere where it's like, if your stream cuts out, then show this temporary message, but I think that's only for Twitch. Whatever. All right, pre-market watch list. We have, what, 4 minutes to make a watch list? Yeah, right. I'm just gonna observe stocks that you guys talk about. I don't need to post a watch list to Twitter. Should I put all my stocks into the same brokerage? No. It depends. I personally like having separate accounts for long-term investments and for short-term trades. But if you're between TD, Robinhood, and Webull, you might want to condense. What I personally do is I have a long-term investment account and a short-term trading account, both in TD, and then I have a trading account in Webull because I'm in the process of transitioning to Webull. All right, I need to edit the property of this microphone because it looks delayed to me. And I'm not sure if it actually is, but it seems like it is. And last time I asked you all, you said it wasn't, and then I looked at the recording and it was. So I can't trust you. Testing. Okay. I don't know if that's more delayed, better, or worse. You all can let me know. KRYS mRNA. Let me open up the charts. Let me go to trade, and then let me try not to crash the stream. Are we in? Okay. We have what? mRNA. Let me delete all these other ones from last, what was that, 2 weeks ago? What else do you want me to look at? Yeah, Joe, does that make sense about the different brokerages? Because if you're signing into a bunch of different logins, it becomes more of a nightmare during tax season. It's not that bad. You only have to get documents from it's more work on you during tax season. You have to, if you want to manage a trade that's in a position that's in a certain brokerage, you have to log out of your current one or go and log into your other one, and so it's easier to have everything, at least 2 accounts, long-term and short-term. And I do recommend, those of you who don't, I do recommend you separate those to the extent where you cannot see your long-term positions while you are short-term trading. Because you might trade Tesla. Let's say you short Tesla on its way down on a given day, but you also hold a long-term position in Tesla. If you see that long-term position and you're shorting Tesla intraday, you might get into the mindset of, oh, well, why don't I just sell my long-term position then? If I'm shorting, if I think it's going to go down enough to short sell this stock, why don't I sell my long-term position? And that's a bad frame of mind to be in because it's a long-term hold. The whole point of holding long-term is to ignore the short-term fluctuations. Any other stocks? KRYS, mRNA, NRXP. I'm going to briefly look. Pfizer, of course. Twitter's moving. And the cruise liners are moving. And Novavax, of course. So, vaccines and Twitter. Glad I bought calls in Pfizer. All right, market's open. mRNA's up 10%. Oof. Okay, I have the 1 and the 2 open. Looking for Twitter over at a break over high of pre-market, but I'd like a tighter stop than that. All right, what about gap downs? Peloton. Volume's a little low though. Merck. Let me see what Peloton volume is currently. Maybe. Okay, there we go. Lucid, yeah, I could check that out. How's Peloton volume look? It's down 3%. Volume pre-market was choppy, but I'm going to watch it in the live market. What's Lucid doing? Lucid Motors has been moving a lot the past 2 weeks. It's only up 1%. That's not too exciting. It's only up 1%. Yeah, it made a good spike out of the open, but it's not really doing much. Chris is up 135. Oh, jeez. Would like to see it break over 105 again. And Hive pre-market 106.67 before I would not get into any entry before then. Especially not as it rejects 100, a whole number, which off of that rejection, if it breaks under the low, wouldn't be too bad. But this type of momentum, I was talking to Whale earlier, this type of momentum is just not smart to play against or with, because it can literally do anything at any given moment. Patterns that may confirm, or at least seem like they confirm, I mean, if you think of a normal stock forming a normal pattern, and for me that's at least 700,000 shares traded in pre-market, a gap between 4 and 20%. Anything beyond that is no longer normal, so it's not going to do the normal patterns, it's not going to have the normal behavior. Buy Nvidia calls every Monday, yeah. Tech usually drops on Mondays and picks up on Friday. That's an overall S&P 500 thing for the past like 10 years. That's some people's trading strategy. However, the majority of the S&P 500 is tech currently. And RXP is kind of just following the other one. What is this doing? Okay, Moderna is breaking out OBO pattern. Those of you who trade that one, show you the trade plan here. That classic U shape. Perfect U shape there. Pretty big stop. It's 10 points, but this is a $300 stock, 370. So that's not ridiculous, but now we need to consider reward to risk before I claim that as a good trade. On the daily, we have 375. This is a very choppy stock chart. Let me check the 4 hour, because the daily is just a bunch of gaps and wicks. Good breakout there. Let me delete these old levels. Okay. 400. 380. 388. It's a very slight level here at 380. Like 379, rounded to 380. So if that is your target, 379, 380, then that's not 1-to-1. If your target would be that up at 400, then it would be 1-to-1. That depends how you personally draw your resistance levels. To me, this is a really big move. I would stay away from this one. It's a really big expectation. It's not that it can't do it, and it is a pretty clean setup, and this is up 13% and making a strong move. Maybe this is like a B-. Absolutely, Nano. That makes the options very expensive. Okay, now we have a little bit of a reversal forming here in Twitter. Those of you who like the opening reversal plays, where it's like an OBO, but you take it early on the break of a reversal candle. I tell you to type an exclamation point reversal, but you can't do that in this. It would look like this. It looks like it's not going to succeed, but I'll just show you the example anyway. Some people who are very, very, very strongly biased to the long side would do this. instead of waiting until the breakout, your target is the breakout point and you hold on to 50 or 25% of your shares through the breakout, but your entry is at the break of this reversal candle. Now, in this case, I don't like how strongly this came down. What was previous close? 49. There's no way. That's the current price. 47. Yeah, so it closed half of its gap before coming down. I would only do this personally. I have a personal rule most of the time where I would only take this reversal setup if it pulled back no more than 30% of its gap. So if it closed around 37, which it closed at just under 37, this pulled back about half of its gap, about 50%. So for me, that would break that rule. I wouldn't trade this, but some people might have that rule at 50%. And that's why I don't teach my specific strategies, because I trade different, have a different trading personality, different risk tolerance, different everything than you do. But that is one possible rule that you can apply to this setup. So for me personally, that would be no trade, but for some people it would. AMD 1 minute, let me check it out. It's probably following NVIDIA as well. Let me check on my phone, my TD positions. Inlight app, by the way, is fully integrated into TD Ameritrade now, into your trades on Thinkorswim. It is pulling the trades out and printing charts with your trades on them in the Inlight app currently. You can mark them up and send it over to a mentor. So pretty good progress there. I'm holding a spread in Tilray. Indy 1 minute looks like a yeah, kind of. So I want to watch this to get out of the puts on any decent move down, and then hold on to the calls. Now SPY's gapped up 1%. Yeah, so this is, let me check where this one can go. 45, where were the puts last week? 56. Okay, so I'll let this come down a little bit. Let me go back to AMD that you were talking about. PayPal is bearish. Old trade on AMD. Way too big of a stop here for an opening breakout, but we'll see what it does as it tests high of day. PayPal, what is PayPal doing? Yeah, I mean, it made a reciprocal move, it looks like. Yeah. Gapped up about 1%, came down about 1%. Very classic reciprocal move, especially when a stock is, that's why for the opening breakouts and breakdowns, I like to filter by anything that's moved more than 4% because it's less likely to close the gap and make that reciprocal move. Once it does close the gap, then I'll look for the reciprocal move, but I wouldn't want to get in long here over the break of, let's say, resistance of 189.75 pre-market, thinking it's going to continue up when it's up only 1%. Going to watch this Tilray position for a bit. Are there any other stocks you want me to look at? All right, up. Only have one put, up 28%. 30%. 35%. 30%. I'm going to put out a fishing order at 65 cents. And see if I can catch this on a breakdown. Oh, I already have a fishing order at... No, I don't. Yeah, I already have a fishing order at 60. Good to know. I was a step ahead of myself. Didn't quite hit that though. And I did the same thing where this came up to 56 last Friday and I set the fishing order at 60 and then I changed it to 65 thinking, well, if it's hovering at 56 cents for a while, 55, 56, before a breakout, then it will spike through 60 at the breakout, but it didn't. It went from 55 to 56 and then back down. So I'm not going to change that this time. What is Starbucks doing? Had a pretty good gap up and then closed that gap. Yeah. So it's a gap fill. Could see a reciprocal move there. It was a small gap though. But this had a big move down on Friday from all the COVID stuff. Are these... Yeah, okay, so this breakout in KRYS, awful. And a lot of people getting faked out on it. Actually a decent short opportunity here on the way down as people hit their stops. NRXP, similar situation, although it didn't fake out, it just continued down. mRNA would have been stopped out on that trade again. I think I gave it like a B- on this trade, so that would have stopped out if you liked this one. But from what I saw, there was resistance here. That wasn't 1-to-1. So I gave it a B- because it was borderline no trade. It was pretty bad, but if you ignore, it was a very, very slight resistance at that 380 level. It was just too messy. The daily and the 4-hour, it was too messy to find a good resistance level for a target. And you go to the next rounded whole number, the psychological level at 380, and it's not worth it. What else do we have? That's PFE. All right, Tilray's coming down. Might hit my target here soon. It broke through the low, but not with enough volume to really do anything. Ask is at 54. I have a fishing order at 60. Previous high is 56. Short to 350. The rest of that message is cut off. Why is the right side cut off? Can I make the chat bigger? There. 356. Looks like I'm about to get filled here in Tilray. Then watch it fall. Short to 356. Is that the trade that you took? I could see you taking this one maybe on this down to low of day, but if you're taking it down to 56, then you took it under this candle, I'm guessing. This was your entry. This was your stop. And this was your target. Knowing how you trade, you said 356. I know that's not exactly 356, but that's what I'm assuming your trade was, Will. Oh, come on, Tilray. It's stuck at 58 cents on the ask. Good trade there in mRNA. All right, if this breaks down, I think now I can get 65. Okay. Changed that. Yeah. Getting there. 61 on the ask. 62. Up 54%. See if we can get filled. If not, then I'll stop out at 60. Yeah, I'm going to change this to 60, make sure that I get filled. And that'll be about 50% return. And I'm out. All right, so that spread worked. So that was in Tilray, I got a put and a call at the same time with different the different strikes, right? So my call was for 11, and then my put was for 1050, I believe. Yes, so 1050 put and 11 call when we were hovering in this price is actually on, what is this, Wednesday? And then on Friday, the put started to gain some value and then continued down, taking profits here as we come down and test 10 whole number. I don't want to bounce off of 10 and end up losing my profits. And then as it bounces back up, either I close out of the call now and I'm break even on the whole thing, or it does successfully bounce up and I'm able to get out of the call, break even, or for a slight profit and make more profit. It's a good way of hedging on a trade that you know is going to move somewhere. I don't have the lines drawn on this chart. I have it drawn in on my TDA chart, but Tilray is playing around with some big trend lines that I have drawn in on my chart on the daily, the 4 hour, and the 1 hour. And it broke over a downward trending line and then came down and is testing it. So it's either going to continue downtrending down or bounce off that downtrend and bounce back up. Either way, I figured it was at a pivotal point to make a move one direction or the other. So it's a good way to catch it, whichever way it moves. All right, Starbucks is bouncing back up. I was watching this one because I saw somebody who I wasn't too sure on the success of their callouts. They're one of those people who post a bunch of stuff on Instagram, right? Like claiming that their callouts are all that. And so I was like, you know what? I'll watch it. We'll see how this call out does. And they got stopped out immediately and lost like 20% of their account. Good old Instagram traders. All right. Sweet. Any other stocks you guys want me to look at? Look at that, Tilray bouncing as well. Perfect. NRXP is still coming down. KRYS is... The fake out didn't explode downward like I was kind of hoping. We got, what, 7 red candles in a row. Normally you get 7 candles in a row of the same color, so that's expected, or to be expected. Twitter, let me try something. Filters, limiter, no, that's not what I need. I need to add in a there we go. Testing. Does this sound very choppy and awful, or does it sound all right? Because whenever people use a noise gate, it always cuts off the start of what they're saying. So let me know if this is all right. Still thinking of shorting PayPal? Waiting. Sounds good. Okay, sweet. That's what you were thinking in mRNA. You didn't take that trade? Why didn't you take it? Waiting for it to break pre-market price action? Oh. Still looking to go short in PayPal. I don't know why you're looking to go short in PayPal. It already made the reciprocal move and hit target. Like, the trade already happened. It seems like you're trying to chase it a little. Like, the trade happened And so you're trying to force a pattern to exist that isn't there. Could be just, yeah. Thank you. Hello, welcome. All right, let's adjust this. I don't know all the different like attack time and all. You can speak. No, I can't. I can speak in English. A little bit of Spanish, tiny bit of Italian. There's a support on the daily being tested at the moment. I already answered that question. On PayPal, there's a support on the daily. So if it's testing support on the daily, then you would want to go long, not short. Oh, are you talking about here? 185? Oh, we broke through that? Otherwise, I'm not too sure what you're talking about. All the way back here? A year ago? In this chop, 183? Yeah, we're kind of testing that 180, to 183 chop from a year ago, but that's very messy and not like if it's perfectly testing 180 for years in a row, then that's a strong level from past history. But if it's only fluctuating around on 2 or 3 candles of like a 180 through 180, what was it, 182.80 kind of, that's not a very strong level to base an entire intraday 1 minute candle day trade on today, a year later. Did that even change anything? Which trade were you think? I'm not thinking anything on PayPal. I said there's no trade here. I'm saying there is no trade. That you are chasing it. I don't know, this guy expects me to just randomly learn a full language on the spot. But I appreciate you watching. What did Whale say on KRYS? Under 87.26? Is that low? Low of day is 88 whole number. Oh, you want it under pre-market action or no? You were saying that for mRNA. Yeah, well, I'm not too sure what setup you're looking at in KRYS. You can send me a screenshot if you want. What else? Let me pull up the screener. It look all weird, guys, but oh, hold on. We can speak in emotes with this guy. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Hold up. Hold up. Bang. Conversation. That's how that works. Those overextended looking for the breakdown once it gets clear price. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Is it still flipping when the microphone opens or no? Is the what is it called? Close volume low enough. Let me know. Let's see what is moving my screeners. I believe I have a gap up and a gap down on here. Correct. Bang. Docs is sometimes okay to trade. XPEV. Let's check those out. Docs and XPEV. It's not terrible. Yeah, but if it's not good, somebody want to explain this person what I am doing via chat. For me, please. I am trading. I'm live trading stocks. All right. Maybe just like tack time. It's not letting me. Okay, here we go. How's that? Testing, testing, testing. Making music? Come on. Most people would not know this. I know, but I'm not most people, and neither are you. Okay, I adjusted the attack time. That might maybe lower it a little bit more. I am trading stocks live. US stock market. Friend looked over at my Mac one time and said, "What type of music are you making?" I got that when I used to trade. Whenever I would trade on a laptop in public spaces, people would come over there were people who'd be like, "Oh dude, are you trading? Oh, that's sweet." And there'd be people who come over, "What are you doing? Are you hacking something? Are you making music? Is that the noise? Are those different instruments?" Yeah, that was Hey, at least no dropped frames, knock on wood. Shoot me at 1080p, no drop frames. That's pretty good. We figured that out, at least, that problem. I also changed it to ultra low latency. I don't know if that's actually from low to ultra low, but I don't know if it actually worked because it's not connected. I changed it to ultra low in YouTube, but YouTube right now says that I'm not live, so I don't know. I clearly am live. Low to ultra low, but I don't know if it actually worked because it's not connected. I changed it to ultra low in YouTube, but YouTube right now says that I'm not live. So why am I so desaturated? On this monitor, I look vibrant and bright and saturated. On this monitor, everything looks so desaturated. Maybe it's just the monitor. I've noticed that in other things before. That's probably it. I'm gonna do a poll. Did you watch my latest YouTube video? All right, everybody, vote in the poll. All 2 of you. Where did Joe go, by the way? Joe was here hanging out, having a good time. Oh, do we still need? Yes, you do, Joe. That's exactly what you need to do. Yes. But preferably 1 letter at a time. Don't forget to vote in the poll. It was only a 2-minute video. Actually, everybody just pause this stream for a second, or keep it open, just mute it so you stay as a viewer, you know? And then go to the latest YouTube video. There's nothing else you should be doing in your day, if not just boosting all of the content that I'm putting. And don't just like click on it and then click off, because that's very, very bad. If the average percentage watched is low, then YouTube says, oh, this video is terrible, we're not going to show it to anybody. So you have to watch the whole thing all the way through. All the tips and tricks. Small account like this. Here, let me, what have I missed? Well, Joe, you missed YouTube breaking, the stream breaking, the gate is bad. Maybe it will be a little bit better if I'm right here. YouTube, the stream ended, and then I had to open, I went live again, but instead of like Twitch, when you go live again really quickly after the first one ends, it connects it into the same stream. But no, instead it started a brand new one, created a whole new link. And it's not like Twitch where you go to the person's channel and it automatically goes to the live video. No, with YouTube, you have a video link, like a normal video, a normal URL. So I had to resend out that URL. Anybody who's going on Instagram and clicking that link is going to see the old video and not the current live stream. I don't feel like changing it. All right, how many? 4 votes for yes. Okay, so I can't. Well, you guys can still click the link and watch a 2-minute video. You could still do that. That's all you missed, Joe. As far as trades, there are two setups that kind of set up, but were both, for my rule set, no trades. So not really much. Oh, I closed out of a position that I was holding in Tilray. I was holding puts in TLRY over the weekend, and Tilray came plummeting down out of the open, and I sold my puts for a 50% profit. Got out here as it was hesitating around 10.13, because I was like, it's not quite the bounce off of 10-hole number that I was looking for, but if this were to reverse and come all the way back, I don't want to risk that. I'm happy getting a little bit of an opening volatility boost on the option price, because even if it were to come down to, say, 10 now, it'll probably be at around the same price. Yeah, that last video didn't do bad. I don't know. I think YouTube doesn't like short videos like that. Like, I did a 2-minute video thinking that it would boost the, well, first of all, just because I had the clip from Twitch, but I decided to use that clip for a video because I was like, okay, 2 minutes. People are most likely going to watch a full 2-minute video instead of watching. I was thinking maybe watching 2 minutes of a 2-minute video is better than watching 2 minutes of a 10-minute video. But I think most of what they base it on, and this makes sense from an advertising perspective, is it's just based on duration, period. The percentage doesn't matter as much. It matters for me to see like 50% of people drop off at this point. Oh, something happened at this point in the video that caused a drop off. That's helpful. But I think it's mostly just watch time, period. So if people are watching 3 minutes of a 10-minute video, that's only 30%. That's better than watching 2 minutes of a 2-minute video at 100%. That's good to learn, if I'm correct on that. Because I was thinking, okay, it's at 100%. That's good. YouTube's going to know that people like the whole video. It's a really, really good video, high quality content. People are watching the full thing. They'll boost it and throw it everywhere. But that didn't seem to be the case. And it still might take some time to pick up. YouTube algorithm is interesting. Some videos like the stock wheel challenge day 1. If you all saw that, that was a fun video. It was fun to edit. Took forever though. Maybe fun isn't the right word. That one blew up. It was the best performing 24 hours in a video yet. And then the next one right after that is one of the worst performing 24 hours. But it has better tags for YouTube, better search results, all of that. But it's still performing much worse. This Wednesday's video is the one that you all have been asking me for. Any guesses what that is? I know Nano's gonna get it. but I'll ask you to guess anyways, so that you put a chat message in the chat box so that it boosts the statistics of the video. See how it works? Can anybody guess what Wednesday's video is going to be? There's a little bit of a pattern. I'm trying to not do a bunch of like short form lessons in a row, try and switch it up. So I did the vlog, the short form lesson, the stock wheel challenge, another short form lesson, hot tub stream. No, that's coming Sunday, but we're talking about Wednesday. Not a live stream, a video. YouTube, I still think, is mostly for videos. I know YouTube has this whole live feature and they're trying to promote it, but I don't, unless they really put a lot of work into it, I don't think YouTube Live will be as good as Twitch. Especially now that Twitch is owned by Amazon. If Google tries to keep up and YouTube tries to keep up, Amazon can always stay a step ahead. It's like one of the rules in business to only run a business. Like, competition is okay, and you can come in late, but only do a business if you can be 10 times better than the next guy, or if you could be 10 times further, so that if you're 10 times further and you take a step forward and the person copying you takes a step forward, you'll still always be ahead of them, which is okay, because you can't stop people from copying you. It's impossible. So Twitch can always just stay a step ahead of YouTube. The only thing that YouTube has going for it is the algorithm is much better than Twitch's search. On Twitch search, you could search something and there's like the top few results are some channels that have keywords in them that match your search result. And then there's a bunch of live feeds that match your search results, but it doesn't work very well and nobody really uses it. But on YouTube, it's all you use to find videos. The only issue is they'll only show like 3 or 4 live streams. Even if, let's say, there's 100 people streaming live trading, they'll only show the top 3 or 4 at all. Whereas on Twitch, you can go to live trading and you can see all of them filtered by the most views to the least, or the most chatters to the least, actually. But on YouTube, it will only show, I think you might be able to filter it by like time uploaded. You might be able to only show live streams, but nobody's going to go through their filters on a YouTube search when they're just looking up how to trade stocks. Any other guesses? I don't know where Nano went. The one who I thought would guess this right away. This Wednesday's video, it's a big one. It costs, let's say, about $5,000 or $6,000 to make. It took over a month to film and edit. The budget of, I don't know, I haven't edited it all up, but let's just say $5,000 or $6,000. 1 month to film and edit. It is 15 minutes long. So it's not like some super long, hour-long documentary or anything. Any guesses what it is? Inlight app demo? I wish. That won't be out for a while. The Inlight app will probably be beta tested in January. That's when I'll get mentorship students on it, because those are the people who I'll trust to understand, like, hey, this app is not fully functional, but we're going to play around and try to break it and figure out what all the issues are. Some will be very obvious, some will be less obvious, and then we'll go. That'll probably be in January, and then it'll probably take another 1 or 2 months, because beginning of the year is usually pretty busy for developers. They take some time off over the holiday season, and so the companies who they are contracted with to get projects done are rushing to get a bunch of stuff out before the holidays, and then begging for more work to be done after the holidays. Would you hire an editor someday? I would hire people to fully take over the content side. I much more prefer, even though my background is in filmmaking and mostly editing, and I love it, It's one of those things that I could just sit down at a desk and edit for 16 hours straight, forget to eat, forget to get up and use the restroom, forget to get water, forget to walk around. Like I could just work for 16 hours straight. When editing video, just not healthy. But despite that being my background, and I do enjoy doing it most times, there's some editing tasks that I put off for as long as possible because I just don't want to be bothered with. But for the most part, I enjoy telling a story through the edit. It's just not the work that empowers me. I feel when I'm editing, it feels like I have, when the difference between handwriting and typing. I love the process of handwriting. I have literally 3 notebooks / journals on my desk at any given moment, multiple pens. I love handwriting. However, if I'm like on a train of thought, and let me try and do this without breaking the stream. There we go. If I'm on a train of thought and I want to get that thought down so that I don't forget it, or I want to write it out so that I can go through the thought and work through it by putting it out there, out of my brain and onto something, right? So I don't have to spend any brain resources on retaining the information, holding on to it. It's there, so I can continue the train moving forward, right? I'm not going to handwrite it. I'm going to type. I'm much faster at typing. Much faster at typing. And most people nowadays are faster at typing. That's what editing is like to me. If I want to teach something or share something or inspire something, I would much rather do so in a TED Talk keynote speech, or pulling up like Instagram stories with like a film production crew helping me record it, and like I can just speak and teach and inspire and share. Whereas editing and creating a video is like, okay, I have an idea, I have something I want to say, I have something I want to teach, I have something I want to do. Why does it say trading for Twitter is halted? Hold up. Webull Twitter halted. But I will step down at, Jack Dorsey is stepping down. And so the stock shoots up 4%. Jumps more than 10% and fall. I don't know why Webull says that it's suspended, but it is. It hasn't been traded for 20 minutes. Twitter has been suspended for 20 minutes. Let me look into this really quick. Halted due to news pending. Okay. Pretty much probably like fact checking that the rumor of Jack Dorsey stepping down and making sure that nobody's lying and manipulating the stock. Okay. Anyways, as far as hiring an editor, Junior, what I was saying, when I have a message that I want to teach, if I have to go through the process of getting that message down, go through the script writing process, and then the filming process, and then refilming because it was out of focus by 2 millimeters, and then refilming again because a cloud passed over halfway through and it looks absolutely awful. Those of you who are in the 0 to 1 trading course, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When I was in my Chicago apartment, it is the lesson, is it the fears lesson? It's one of those. I'm wearing a muscle fit white long sleeve tee, and I would use some noise reduction in After Effects. Looked great in After Effects, but when exported and then uploaded to Teachable, it looks absolutely awful. The blooming, everything looks terrible. It looks all foggy. If you're in the course, you know what I'm talking about. I haven't gone in and fixed it yet, but that's simply from a cloud going over, right? Meanwhile, I'm just here with this great idea in my head that I want to teach and share, and I'm going through all of this. So I would love to hire an editor someday, hire a videographer someday. I don't love the whole camera in my face vlogging. I do it, or I'm trying to do it at least, to boost the YouTube channel and put out good content and get more viewers and subscribers and likes and comments and shares and all of that, so that InLight can grow and start making some money and be able to hire people and hire an editor and all that. So I'm doing the work, but I would much prefer to hire somebody. And you can also get a really, really cool shots, much better shots, better cinematography when you have somebody else filming you. Instead of like Casey Neistat, he does a great job, but Casey Neistat style GorillaPod, put a camera somewhere on like a fence somewhere in New York City, and then you quickly run by. If anybody's going to do it, Casey does it very well. But if you're not Casey, it usually doesn't work. Especially not if you're running what is supposed to be a high-end education platform, doing this run and gun guerrilla filmmaking style educational content. It seems off-brand. Even if it's fine, there's a little bit of a disconnect, a little bit of a cognitive dissonance is the word, or the phrase. How's mRNA doing? Peloton is down 5%. Nano, you're right that it was going to continue. No, wait, was it Peloton? No, you're talking about AMD. What were you talking about that was going to come down? I said it's only down 2%. It did its gap fill, it hit its target. That was, what was that? That was PayPal, the other P. AMD forming a nice ascending wedge for you, Michael. It's weird. I look over and because of what I read, I'm calling you all by your names when I know you all by your usernames. I'm giving YouTube this week. I'm giving myself a week on YouTube to force myself to push through these struggles of like figuring out, okay, when OBS falters for some reason, YouTube is going to split the stream into 2 completely separate videos with a brand new link. Fine, that's annoying, but we're forced to push through it because we're doing this for a whole week. Just to see, because if streaming on YouTube does double or triple the engagement on the YouTube videos, it's worth it, in my opinion. Rather than doing Twitch, getting 5 to 8 viewers on average on Twitch and having one person every week discover the Twitch channel and be serious enough about it to go to the YouTube channel, and that adds just 1 viewer or 1 subscriber to the YouTube channel. All right, Michael, thank you. Have a good sleep. You should have taken that mRNA trade. This is a setup I've seen you take before on a gap up. I mean, you probably would have taken it if low of day was down here and your target was low of day, but either way, it was breaking under the support area around 360. Maybe you would have waited for 360 whole number to break as another entry, but even that is another possible entry. Either way, I could see you taking that trade. But thank you for swinging by. Thank you everybody for bearing with me with all the technical difficulties we are bound to have trying a new platform. I mean, I streamed on Twitch for 600 hours. In 600 hours, you get pretty good and get pretty used to using that platform. So I'm pretty good at streaming on Twitch, but streaming on YouTube, we'll just learn. It'll be a learning process. Bearing with me. Sorry, I didn't have my chart up when I was looking at that. 360 is this support level at the bottom of these candles that I was talking about. Moving this entry to 360 instead of the 360.73, I think is what you sent. Yeah, it was the low. I put it at the low of this green candle before the pullback, but you could have done 360 as well. Whole number. That works. It's probably the best setup we've seen all day. And it's not even that great. It's decent. Easy. Gotten 4 or 5 hours of sleep night since living here. Starbucks is coming down. That Instagram trader is losing a ton of money on this. The options are coming down much more. The option price right now is half of what it was on the calls that I was watching for this trade that this person posted. The calls were at 30 cents at this low, and they're at 15 cents at a higher low. And that just goes to show about options and lack of volatility, that even though this is the stock is at a higher price, the option is half as valuable. Yikes. Alright, we're streaming for, I'd like to stream for another 40 minutes. I don't know, might only stream for, yeah, because 40 minutes would take us until the lunch session. That's what I would normally do, was I would do 30 minutes from the open to lunch. So it would be 9 to 11 time, or 4 to 6 minutes. Any other stocks you want me to look at? Screener as well. EDD is moving. Created that one. Good breakout. I can see why it wasn't on the scanner before though. Didn't make the move until now. It's finally over 4% and good volume. Decent breakout, but it broke once, twice, 3 times. This is the 4th break, so breakout play. Check what it. Why it's just sideways up 1% roughly the whole day. Not really doing much. So a lot of these that are on the screener now are not really making good setups. They're just barely reaching the threshold. Gap down. Actually pay attention to the gap downs more here. With the SPY chart, it kind of looks like, see it over my head, but I'll pull it up bigger. It kind of looks like ceiling up here that could just fall down at any moment. A little bit of a wedge as well. So if that breaks down, this is up 1%. If SPY breaks down, which I hope it doesn't, I mean, I'd love for it to continue up and all of our long positions and our long-term investments to keep making money. The SPY is still, it's a ways away from all-time high. Not quite a ways, but it's not at all-time high currently, so it has room to continue moving up, so that'd be fine. But if it does break down, then the gap downs that are currently maybe playing around with their lows or forming descending wedges or whatever, those could have some really good setups with good momentum as SPY breaks down. CM. Always love to see Robinhood gapping down. 6%? Why? Whoa, sorry. What is this headline? Young investor with no commission trading app. And broker do this. Competition. Okay, so somebody created a new trading app for the UK. It's like Robinhood for the UK. Elon Musk supports view that Dogecoin holders need to be wary of leveraged trading. Well, yeah, of course. It's a pointless headline. Anyways, Robinhood. Testing low. I'd like to see what it does around the 26 hole number. Again, no setup in this one though. Zoom, Peloton, and Fubo. Okay. It's just you and me, Nano. Love that. Because I have other work I could do. As much as I'd love to continue. I mean, here's the thing with YouTube. It's all about that algorithm, right? So I should be getting a bunch of random people coming in here saying hello. But there's nobody. Well, we had the one person who didn't speak English. That's not very helpful. And that was it. So as far as the algorithm helping out, oh, Joe's still here. Well, Joe, you weren't chatting, so it didn't count you in the viewer list. I apologize for overlooking you, but I know you are listening in the background while you were working, and I appreciate that. But it deleted you from the viewer list because you were inactive for too long. KRYS is breaking down. Surprised Whale isn't waking up to trade this one. Good downtrending channel. I'm gonna grab some water really quick. I'll be right back. And SPY is breaking down. My nose is itchy. I don't know why. Sorry, it's going to turn all red. I'm going to look like Rudolph, but I don't really care. Joe wants a recount. Me too, honestly. Me too. All right, SPY's breaking down. So these gap downs might start to get some steam. Ooh, it really is coming down, isn't it? Yeah, so you can see Robinhood's coming down. Starbucks is breaking down. How did I change the visibility of you to private? Private, save. The last stream got 8 views. This one has 4. Because the last one, everybody clicked from Instagram and was like, oh, hey, Max is live. Click the link. But now, it's a new link. And you can't reroute the old link because it just goes to the old video. YouTube did not think this through. Truly. What happens? I'm going to click the link and it takes you to nothing. So you know what? I'm just going to delete this. There's no point having this post up right now. I also got your newish day in the life vlog on autoplay. You should do more of those. So Joe, the thing is, those are actually a lot of work to do. And the majority of my life is just sitting at this computer writing educational content for you all. It's not actually a bunch of interesting stuff. And like that Los Angeles vlog, I went to Los Angeles in, when was that? May of this year? May, June, July, within that 3-month range. I don't remember when. Lady, make the trip with you to South Africa? No, we ended up separating and heading our own ways for the time being. Just made more sense living across the world, doing our own thing, finding ourselves, so to speak. COVID and relationships was tough because COVID hit. We were supposed to move to Italy together when COVID hit, but then COVID happened and the border shut down 11 hours before our flight. So at that point, we had both we live separately, of course. We had both gotten rid of our leases. And we weren't like moving full time, visas and all that, of course, but we were planning on spending 2 or 3 months in Italy and then 2 or 3 months in South Africa. And then come back to the States and figure life out. And by then we would have been dating for over 2 years, figure out where we're going from there in our relationship, right? That's plenty of time to have been together to know, okay, do we want to get serious and all that? But no, after dating for about a little over a year, we were going on this trip together, but the trip got canceled and neither of us has a lease. And we can't get into a new lease because there's nothing available, because we're in this, all of a sudden, this new market where everybody's trying to find these short-term rentals to work from home. And the housing market's crashing, and it's this crazy situation where we can't find anything. So we end up moving in together. I wouldn't say too soon. We're both like mature and we were able to make it work, but it did hurt the relationship being quarantined that early in a relationship while working from home, because we both worked from home before COVID, and then working from home during COVID was even worse, because normally when you work from home, you can then like go out for lunch to get away, right? So we ended up just working next to each other and just working 16 hours a day, every day, and all the relationship stuff was pretty much gone at that point. So we ended up saying, you know what, let's just go do this adventurous thing. She moved to Italy, I moved to Cape Town, and just living our own lives for now, you know, finding ourselves again kind of thing, because we had lost ourselves to our careers. Hey, Kadong, it's weird seeing everybody's names. Thank you for joining in on YouTube. I don't know how you saw this because I deleted the Instagram post that's promoting it, because when the stream crashed earlier, YouTube just ended the stream and uploaded it as a video automatically instead of, I don't know, maybe reconnecting the stream when I went live 30 seconds later to the same link. Girlfriend and I have 6 years split recently. I am sorry to hear that. My story is nothing compared to that. 6 years. Although if you are just dating for 6 years, at least this is a personal belief I have, and I've done probably the majority of research in my life, like the topics that I've researched the most: trading and relationship psychology and sociology, mostly for my mentorship based education system for like interpersonal relationships. But when you study that stuff, there's a lot of romantic relationship lessons involved. And one of my beliefs through all of that is that if you're dating for that long, unless you make the decision, hey, I don't believe in marriage, it's a waste of money, it's just a contract, and I love you, I don't need to sign a contract to be in a relationship with you, then that's fine. If that's the agreement, that's the agreement. But you need to have some sort of communication and some sort of agreement, some sort of expectation, right? If you don't have that expectation and you're both considering marriage still, but you're dating for 6 years, I don't think I've ever seen that work out. Because, I mean, you look in hindsight, it's like, well, fuck yeah, if we didn't get married within 6 years of dating, or at least engaged within 6 years of dating, something was off. And it's usually for the better. But I'm still very sorry to hear that. YouTube promotes it for you? Yeah, so that's why I started streaming on YouTube this week, or that's why I am going to stream on YouTube this week, is because it promotes it for you and there's the algorithm and all of that. Yet there's only 3 people in here. I would have double the viewers on Twitch. And there's zero random people. Like, there's the three of you in here who would have been on Twitch anyways. Yet Twitch, I can use OBS without it crashing and starting a whole new video and messing up the whole channel video structure. Because now if I upload this stream, it's going to miss the first 30 minutes of it, because the first 30 minutes are the other one. But half of that first 30 minutes is just the starting soon. So I'm not going to upload that as its own video of just a starting soon screen the whole time. So I'm just opting to have the first few minutes of the stream missing. It's a mess. So we're figuring it out. I am devoting to 1 week on YouTube to figure it out. If in 1 week I decide, you know what, I figured it out somewhat and it's still not worth it. But I am learning. I think this is why a lot of people who stream on YouTube have lower production quality. Like, they don't have all the fancy overlays and chat and using OBS and all that, because they don't use OBS. They just stream directly through YouTube, because then you don't have to worry about it failing, and like when OBS crashes, it doesn't end the stream and all that. Dual stream, I can't. I have a contract with Twitch as an affiliate that I cannot stream to any other platform at the same time as Twitch. I also can't upload any content that I recorded on Twitch for 24 hours. So I can't like upload my clips from Twitch for 24 hours to Twitter or YouTube or anything. Most of it was in college and neither of us had money for that. Yeah, I understand that, Joe. I really want to live together before making that decision and sharing. So I'm in the same boat in that. And there's been research on this. And I don't know the researcher to quote. When I say there's research on this, I don't mean they say or scientists say, you know, like the bullshit like article. What is the BuzzFeed article on something? I don't mean that. I mean, like, I've actually like read numerous scientific journals on this. There's research. What research has concluded is that living together is not a determining factor of if a relationship will work or not. Like, if you live together, that doesn't make you closer, and then make you, or like if you live together, that's not bad for your relationship, it's not good for your relationship. It has no effect. What does have the effect is if you live together with the intention of getting married, then it's good to live together. But if you live together and you don't 100% have the intention to marry, then it actually deteriorates the relationship. That's what we found, because neither of us was thinking marriage. We both had thought like, okay, yeah, if I'm going to get married to somebody, it'll be you. That's the point of dating. At least we were both in the mindset of, I'm not here to date somebody for 3 months, get to know somebody really well for 3 months, and then go have, like, break off that and then have fun with somebody else for 3 more months. No. If I'm going to spend time on something, it's an investment. Anything. It's an investment. So if I'm investing my time into getting to know a person, it is to get to know them for the hopes of marriage in the future. So we obviously had that as an intention, but it wasn't like oh yeah, we're definitely getting married, just not yet. But definitely yes. It wasn't that. It was, no, we're still like figuring life out. We're still relatively young and figuring out finances. We both run our own companies during COVID. Neither of our companies were doing very well. I'll admit that. I chose not to advertise the whole AMC GME shit that went on during COVID. And so everybody who did advertise that got all the attention. Inlight fell down. I'm like, that's fine. I'll sacrifice my income for the integrity of my company, because I'm trying to build this big company that's going to change the education industry. I'm not just trying to get a quick buck on GameStop popping off. Chat is not updating fully, so I'm trying to see on multiple screens. I really want to live together. Yeah, so the other thing, so part of the story is, right, for us, at least, we were supposed to go on this trip together, but then that all got canceled because of COVID. And now we're in this situation where instead of, why would we sign 2 separate leases? We are in a serious relationship. We've been together for a year. We're planning on living around the world together for 8 months at least, or 6 months at least. And then it would have depended on renewing visas and all that. But let's just say 6 months. And so we had all that in our minds. So we're like, okay, you know what? Then let's just live together, save money, split our rent in half. Like, it's totally fine. We both work from home. It'll be great. We can build an office space, have a good environment, help each other out. Like, it made sense. Plus, I believe in testing those waters before getting married. That does make sense. But research does show if you're testing those waters before getting married, that's fine as long as you 100%, both of you, have the intention to get married. Not just the intention of like, oh yeah, I'm in this relationship to maybe hopefully get married one day, but like oh no, we're getting married. Like definitely that's happening. We're getting married. Just not yet. If that's the case, then it works. If not, sorry, the sun is going down. I wish it would just do it auto, but I have to like press the focus button for it to It's an old camera. Hey Chris, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. It took me streaming on YouTube to finally hear from you. Everybody say hello to Chris, an old student of mine, mentorship student. He's just been trading and making money. Just silently growing his account. I'm doing all right. Just growing in light, as you can see. Teaching more people. Helping more people have the success that you're having. If anybody has any questions about mentorship, Chris is the guy to ask. One day, Chris might mentor on the Inlight app. Oh, Chris, I don't know if you know, but we have an app that's coming out soon for, actually you do know because you knew about the Indiegogo and all that. It's being developed and we have it coming out soon. I feel like my white balance is off a little bit right now. Do I look kind of blue? Hold on, let me... Yeah, I'm kind of blue. It's because of clouds. How do you like your coffee? Great mentor. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, so we have the app coming out where you can track your trades and all that. Super cool. But it's education. So there's courses which are going to be in the form of quest lines. So not like your typical video course. The 0 to 1 trading course is going to change. Those of you who are interested at all in the course, get it now, seriously, before it turns into a quest line in the Inlight app, because it'll be much cheaper and I'll give you special privileges of getting access to the quest lines and all of that. As a way of saying like, thank you for supporting Inlight through the 0 to 1 trading course. But now that we've moved over to the Inlight app, this course technically no longer exists. So I'll make it up to you kind of thing, like that wink, wink, nudge, nudge kind of thing. I mean it. If you know anybody who might get some benefit out of that, now's the time to get that course. You only drink milk? I don't drink coffee, but only milk. So how you drink your coffee is just a cup of milk. You only drink milk. Do you drink water? Just milk 24/7. Actually, I know some people who only drink milk. True story. You guys want to hear this story? Hold on, let me fix my white balance. I know somebody who only drinks milk. Seriously, I know somebody who only drinks milk. I'm not kidding. Yeah, it's actually... Do you guys want to hear this story? Do you want to hear it? About this person who only drinks milk? Yeah? Alright. So this person who only drinks milk. It's a baby. Straight from his mother's tit. And he only drinks milk. Yeah, Kadong, that's frustrating. I went 4 years free of lactose thinking I was lactose intolerant. Turns out I wasn't lactose intolerant. Doctor just said I was, and yeah. And I avoided things with lactose and I felt kind of better, but then sometimes I'd have lactose and it'd be kind of fine, so it was very confusing. Turns out I'm fructose intolerant, or I have fructose malabsorption. They gave it a different name, but it's essentially the same. Fructose intolerance. I can't digest fructose, different type of sugar. So fruit, pretty much. So when I would have a slice of pizza and it would upset my stomach and give me explosive diarrhea for 6 hours straight, we all thought it was the cheese. Turns out it was the tomato sauce. So I went from 4 years free of lactose to a couple weeks free of gluten. Then I just couldn't stand that. And then I finally got tested like properly. I found out that I am fructose intolerant. And I normally don't have dairy anyways. I prefer oat milk. I don't like dairy. It gives me, which side? It gives me a bunch of acne. You can see this in my next few YouTube videos. It makes my skin not great. It makes my digestive tract not great. Constipation and all that. Like, lactose is not good for any human. Like, no other mammal on Earth drinks milk from another mammal. And no other mammal on Earth drinks milk past the baby stages either. Like, it's genuinely not normal. But that aside, I personally just prefer to not drink milk. I like oat milk a lot, but I haven't. I actually, yesterday I found some. So there is. I looked at this before moving here because that partner I was with, I was planning on her visiting, and wanted to make sure that I could find oat milk because I'm okay drinking milk every now and then, but she strictly prefers oat milk and supplemented milks. So is that the right word? Anyways, so I made sure to find that there are some like very nice, kind of like Whole Foods back at home. Like, there's the nice like Whole Foods and Trader Joe's grocery stores, and then there's the like the average, like the Kroger, the whatever. I'm from the Midwest. We had Kroger, and there's the Kroger near me. It's actually the Kroger Express. It's like only the top few products. It's only a few aisles with the most sold products from the standard size grocery store. No oat milk, right? I went to a coffee shop yesterday because the internet went out. And so I went to a coffee shop yesterday to get some work done. And at this coffee shop, they sell oat milk because they know their market. Anybody who's going to this coffee shop, a lot of people ask for their cappuccinos with oat milk, their lattes with oat milk, their flat whites with oat milk. So they also sold the cartons of oat milk. I didn't buy any because I didn't feel like walking back with it at that moment, but I now know a source for oat milk. It just depends on the price for me because oats aren't really a product here. Actually, I think they are. There's one company that produces a lot of oats. But when it comes to grains, there's a lot of corn, and cornmeal is a like flour made out of maize, not corn technically. Maize meal. If you guys remember that coffee mug I used to drink out of all the time, that was a gift from a South African friend of mine. In the last time I was in South Africa teaching for Inlight South Africa, the seminars that I did throughout the country, he gifted me this mug with all the major maize meal producers, the companies on the mug. That's what that is. That mug sadly broke while we were moving out of Arizona. It only chipped though, so I still want to super glue it, but it's a small enough chip that like if it just snapped in half and then you glue it together, that's fine because that's enough of a surface that it will stay. But it's like a bunch of little chips off of the edge. So it's actually a pretty decent quality mug that it didn't like just break in half, but it's a bunch of like chips off where you drink from, and I'm left-handed and it's on the side where like if I'm drinking it left-handed, it's right there, which sucks. But it's not enough of a surface to super glue it on and for it to actually stick. So I need to figure out. I'll probably have to hand wash it and find some relatively food safe, like a ceramic super glue when I get back though. I don't want to worry about that before I was moving. When I get back. It's one thing I need to figure out is where I'm going to live in the States when I get back. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. I was thinking of starting an Inlight house. I don't know if any of you saw that. Of like renting a big house, like 5, 6, maybe like 4 to 6 bedrooms, and getting a bunch of traders and Inlight students and non-Inlight students who could become like, you could learn from Inlight, or just they're already good at trading, and just get this environment of 4 or 5 traders, kind of like those content houses that you see people have, but obviously much cooler, and get a bunch of traders together. And it'd be a great way to reduce the price of rent but live in this lavish house. I think that'd be super cool. Streamer house, exactly. It's like a streamer house, but traders, a trader house. This stream is not at all about trading, by the way. Nothing about this stream is about trading, because the market's just so slow today. It's up 1% and doing absolutely nothing. I'd much rather just talk to you all. Is that all right with you? Cool. TikTok house. Is that a thing? Please don't tell me that's a thing now. I still can't. I know TikTok is so powerful to use for social media, but I cannot wrap my mind around the type of content that TikTok is. Like, all the trading people on TikTok are just like, yo, look at me, I made $1 million. Here's the top 5 stocks you have to buy right now, and all of your problems in life will be solved, I promise. You guys know I'm not about that. Hey, what's up? I love your name, because I could just go, hey. So cheers to that. But welcome. How are you? I don't know who you are. If you are somebody who I do know and you're from my Twitch stream, let me know if you're just under a different name right now. If not, welcome to the stream. My name is Max. I've been streaming on Twitch for over a year, and I'm switching over to YouTube for the week just to test it out, because I hear some good things, but so far my experience has been a little bit interesting. And I haven't met anybody new on Twitch. I'd have new viewers coming in every morning, but I haven't had anybody new. Maybe you're the first one. It's most definitely a real hard to watch TikTok house. I mean, it seems hard to watch, but no, it's actually really cool, because when you think of it, right, you're used to growing up and having these forced interactions. Hey, thanks for the subscription. It's weird saying that in a stream, because thanks for subscribing means you're paying me $5 in like what I'm used to, right? Like, that means, hey, thanks for paying me $5. And I get $2 out of that, $2.10 usually. But no, subscribing is just like follow. Anyways, welcome from Reddit. I wonder which post. But welcome. Maybe the South Africa one? Maybe. Twitch just has legacy advantage. Exactly. I that's why I went on Twitch. Also because I want to make trading an esport. That's part of like what I'm doing with Inlight, is making trading an esport. Like, I have plans of making esports teams and sponsoring traders to be esports players in the trading space on the Inlight app. You guys remember the UDTS, the Ultimate Day Trading Showdown? Go on my YouTube channel. You're already here. Actually, this is super cool. You're already on YouTube. Go to the UDTS. I put uncut day 1, I believe. No, I only did the stock wheel challenge. I still need to upload the Ultimate Day Trading Showdown. I only have 4 of the 5 days. No, there were 4 days. I only have 3 of the 4 days because the finals where I'm trading, the video got corrupted, and Twitch deletes all VODs after 15 days. So I wasn't able to re-download it by the time I figured out that the video was corrupted. I was frustrated by that, but I'll still post the 3 days. Anyways, you guys remember the Ultimate Day Trading Showdown? That was amazing. That was a blast. It was a lot of fun. It was a competition. It was a trading competition live within an hour and a half. Not like a month-long competition. It was an hour and a half. It was an action-packed competition. It was a lot of fun. So anyways, I believe trading is an esport. Where did I start with that? Oh, Twitch. That's why I wanted to go on Twitch. I've also had history with Twitch. I streamed on Twitch back when it was Justin TV. If anybody remembers those days. Good old Justin TV. Anyways, the TikTok houses. Junior. We were talking about this. I think those content houses are a great thing, because if you think about it, when you're growing up in school, you're forced around your peers to have those social interactions. University, you're forced in these classrooms or in a dorm or even in an apartment on or off campus. You're still like, there's still a bunch of kids your age around you that you have these forced interactions with. But then as soon as you graduate university, which all these kids are about that age of like 22, 23, just out of university, figuring out life, where one, they're being content creators for a living, which I think is fantastic. You know, if you can do that and if you can make money doing that, that's amazing. Keep doing that. I personally don't like social media, so it's very difficult for me to make a living from doing the social media stuff. But nonetheless, they're trying to, and that's amazing. Applaud them, pat on the back. They can't afford the rent in a 1-bedroom apartment or even a studio apartment sometimes. But splitting the rent 5 ways, that's great. And they could split the rent 5 ways in a house that has a beautiful kitchen and a beautiful living room that they could do all their videos in, right? It's a good idea. And they're around people who are all doing the same thing. Sorry, I have like a nose here that I need to trim. I'm not picking my nose, but it's like blowing in the wind. You know? Need to trim it. First world problems. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, TikTok houses. These houses, they're around people who are doing the same hustle. They could help each other with their content creation. Like, oh, yo, I need to film this video. I have my camera set up. And it's like, oh, yo, your camera's already set up? Mind if I just use it and film with the lighting and everything that's already set up? Sweet. Yeah, awesome. Or, oh, hey, you're advertising something right now. Let me get on my stories and let you advertise it too to help you out. That kind of thing. I love that. That's amazing. And you like ingrained have a friend group who has similar interests and whatnot. Like the streamer houses that Kadon was talking about. These people can play League of Legends together all day and streaming together all day, making money and hustling all day, and then all go out to eat at night. Right? Anyways, sorry, getting into a completely non-trading conversation. I do sell options for passive income, but trying to learn day trading so I can squeeze. Yeah, selling options for passive income. So I teach a concept called your trading thermometer. Everybody has a trading thermometer. You can either be too hot, too cold, but really you want to be at this equilibrium price. And I find that people who want to trade in the stock market, they're like, I want to trade, but it's a little risky. I know investing, that's fine, but I want to trade. Options, those sound pretty cool. Derivatives, oh, okay, I can leverage. I can do some things. I could sell. Wait, selling options. Selling options, I can limit my risk and limit my reward to get a steady income, like dividends. It's like dividends but bigger. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I like bigger dividends. Instead of my 1 or 2%, I can get 10% on this. Ooh, yeah, I'll do that. And then they do that and they realize, oh, I just sit here and wait. Wow, passive income is kind of cool, but I'm not doing anything actively. And if you're not doing anything actively, then your brain starts to wander. Your thermometer gets cold and you start making bad decisions because you subconsciously will always return to your equilibrium point. Subconsciously. So if you're starting to get cold, your brain will say, your equilibrium's up here, you're down here. We have to do something drastic. Let's have some fun. And you do something crazy. Throw some money into GameStop when it's up at $450 per share. You're like, oh, this is great. I'm going to warm up my thermometer so fast. And it way overcompensated. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, be aware of that. I understand. You want to squeeze more out of your portfolio margin account. All right, fine. Although be careful if you're holding any passive income or long-term holds in an account. You probably don't want to trade in the same account because then you'll be forced to watch those long-term or passive income plays while you're intraday trading. We talked about this earlier. Like if you're holding Tesla long-term, but then you're shorting Tesla intraday on a 1-minute candle basis, your brain will start to tell you like, wait, why am I holding Tesla and shorting it at the same time? I should sell my long-term position if I think it's going to go down, right? That's bad thinking. That gets you thinking about your long-term, your multi-year position on a 1-minute by 1-minute basis, which is not a good idea at all. So I do recommend having separate accounts for that. Either way, seems better than doing lotto calls with fun money. Exactly. See, lotto calls with fun money, that's your brain trying to, I didn't even read that part, but that's exactly what I was talking about. That's your brain subconsciously trying to warm up your thermometer. And most of the time you end up going way too hot and you're like, oh shit, hands off, not touching trading again. I just lost all my fun money instantly. And then it slowly cools back down, and then gets very cold. And you're like, okay, well, I saved a little bit more fun money. And you keep doing this roller coaster. What you want to do is you want to have some passive income that you could afford to trade and to just hover around this equilibrium point. And part of that, like the passive income, could pay for having, say, an accountability coach. Junior's saying self-awareness is vital. Absolutely. But you can also have some sort of like an accountability partner, whether it's a friend or a mentor or a coach, helping you stay at that equilibrium. And that's what your passive income is paying for. So that you can trade at that equilibrium and make your real money. All right. There's a lot of balance there. Junior's homeschooled to avoid those interactions. All right, fair enough. But then homeschool to avoid those interactions, then you end up living at home for a while, which there's no problem with. But some of those people just, like me personally, I would hate to live at home. Sorry, Thursdays. Asan, solid earnings on Thursday. Let me check it out for you. Asana is the web company earnings on Thursday. It's up 2%. This seems like a buy the rumor, sell the news situation going on. Oh, we're at the end of the day. The lighting is getting worse. Looks like a decent breakout. I think this is going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news situation where people are buying it up until the news comes out. And then even if it's good news, actually, well, it came down with the rest of the market and it's just recovering with the rest of the market. That's what's going on right now. It's just following the market right now. If you think there's going to be a good earnings report on Thursday and you want to invest in this long term, go for it. I don't suggest, or whatever term I could use legally, I personally don't find it to be a good idea to short-term trade earnings plays because it's a gamble. Yes, there's buy the rumor, sell the news, and you're always thinking, oh, well then why don't I just buy before and then sell right before the news hits? I'll always make money. Well, you don't know the exact price points and you'll get stopped out at some point, and it doesn't work exactly that way. If everything worked exactly as you would predict and plan every time, then trading wouldn't exist. Trading would not exist. Anyways, did that discussion about your trading thermometer help out a little bit? And is there something I could call you other than A, or I could just keep calling you A? That's totally fine. Whatever you prefer. But thank you for subscribing. Thank you for coming and hanging out. I am going to wrap up this stream because I am hungry. I need to work out and lift some weights. It is back and biceps day, doing a little pole workout. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, definitely. Totally fine. I am glad you learned something from that. And if you choose to return to this stream, hopefully I can continue to teach and educate and share and inspire you to be a better trader every single day. That is my goal. My passion is teaching. If you saw me on Reddit, then you probably see all the drama, people saying, oh, if you maybe even you're one of the people who posted this. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's totally a valid thing, and it's totally an invalid argument at the same time. The whole, oh, if you're so good at trading, then you shouldn't need to teach. Well, it's not a need to teach. It's not. So I'm getting distracted by. No, there is not a Jersey Mike's in Cape Town. Far from it. Um, let me double check that, because there's not there's not American chains down here, but I'm curious where the nearest one is, like what country. Anyway, what was I saying? Or to everybody, yeah. The whole, if you're so good at trading, why would you teach? I teach because that's my passion. I love to teach. You can hear it in my voice. A came in here, gave me an opportunity to teach. All of a sudden, I'm 10 decibels louder and more energetic and more excited, like instantly, right? I love teaching. It's what I love to do. Trading for me was a necessity. It was out of pure survival. I had $300 to my name and traded it and lived off of that income since. And then I developed it into my education company, or combined it, because education is what I want to do. And so I have this skill, this sport that I love to do, that I need to do consistently every day to make money. And then I have this career, this passion of mine that I want to pursue. And so what I'm going to do is, sorry, I refreshed the music by accident. What I'm going to do is take this skill and this sport that I love to do and that I have to do to make money, and combine it with the education, my passion, my career, and do a trading education. Wonderful. Well, now everybody says, oh, but if you're so good at trading, why do you teach? It's that I'm so good at teaching that I teach trading. Let's put it that way. So, long story short, if there's anything I could do to help you, to teach you, to help you on your journey as you learn how to trade to get more out of your account, I'm more than happy to help in any way that I can. Obviously, I like to teach for free. That's why I do these live streams. I will talk to you. I stream for about 2 hours every day. I will talk to you for 2 hours and give you 2 hours of education completely for free if you ask good questions. And then, of course, if you want more of the like refined, planned out, scripted education, or the one-on-one, I'll spend hours of my day going through your trades and all that. Like, I have the paid education stuff out there, of course, but genuinely, I'm happy to just teach you. If you have questions, swing by this stream, send me a message on Reddit. I don't check Reddit very often, though. Send me a message on Discord. I don't have the Discord link right now. Does somebody else have the Discord? Let me go to Twitch. I have all my links and commands on Twitch. Channel. Chat. Exclamation point. Discord. To go to my Twitch chat. This is hilarious. Okay. All right. I got my link. And here we go. There you go. There's the Discord link. Welcome. We got there in the end. If you need anything, just reach out to me there and I'll happily answer your question. All right, perfect timing on. Right when I need to get off and lift some very, very, very heavy weights. Finally been back on the gym grind again. Muscles are getting a little small. I lost so much weight during COVID, and even more when I moved to Cape Town because I just was not eating. Okay, hold on. Let's have a talk. Everybody who's in here, we have we have Joe, we have Junior, we have Kadong. Kadong, are you still in here? Everybody who's in here, I need your attention before I end the stream. Like, all seriousness. Everybody, let me know if you're still here. Let me know, Kadong, Junior, Joseph. Let me know if you're here, because there's something that I spent $5,000 on, and an entire month of filming and editing, countless hours to create for you all. And so I want to make sure that you are aware of what's happening. I want you to set your calendars, set your notifications, everything. Joe is still here. Anybody else? Let me know that you're still here. Junior's present. Is A still present? Or did he leave before I gave him the link? Kadong, you still in here? This Wednesday, this answers Joe's question from earlier. I believe it was Joe's question that I was trying to get around to, but we had a bunch of conversations in between. All right, we have everybody except for Kadong. Kadong is probably working. Anyways, oh, Kadong's here. Okay, everybody's here. This Wednesday, my moving to South Africa vlog comes out. My moving to Cape Town, South Africa. I just moved to Cape Town, South Africa almost a month ago now, and I went through a lot. My 17-hour trip ended up being over 40 hours. I was awake for 56 hours straight to get over here. I burst my eardrum, ended up in the emergency room my first week here. I got threatened by the homeowner who I was renting from and had to run away, literally, and flee the house that I was staying at and find a last minute home situation in a foreign country without a SIM card yet, without like nothing. I had to sort all that. It's an intense vlog. It is 15 long minutes. It's actually, they're pretty short minutes. I want you all to show so much love to that vlog because I put so much into it. It's such a, like, this is the video. Do you guys know how YouTube works? For the most part, most YouTubers who you know, most creators on here have that one video that went viral. On Inlight, it's starting to be that San Diego vlog, the very first video on this channel, the San Diego vlog. It's starting to, like, as of this past week, it's starting to pick up some steam, and like its curve is looking like this instead of like this, like most of them. This Cape Town vlog has a potential to be that video for this channel. To be that video that's like, even though it's not trading content and it's not trading education content, it's that lifestyle vlog content that you guys are asking for, where it's like, yeah, that's Max. That's a guy I want to learn from. That's a guy I want to support. This is a YouTube channel I want to explore, you know? Comment my breakfast to driving great. Thank you. Thank you, Gaydon. You should still be doing that on all the other videos. I didn't see what you ate for breakfast. Actually, don't comment your breakfast, because then people think that the comment section is low quality and that you're just spamming. But comments help a lot for the YouTube algorithm. Anyways, if you don't do that for any of the other videos, that's fine. But this Wednesday at noon Eastern time, 12 p.m. Eastern time, that video is getting uploaded. Or it is uploaded, but it's being published private, from private to public. Whatever verbiage you want to put to it. That video is going live. Moving to Cape Town. Show the heck of... Show it some love. And then I'm thinking of the phrase, the heck out of it. Love the heck out of it and show it some love. I wasn't too sure about how to combine those two phrases, so that's what you get. Fine, you'll comment your dinner? Now we're talking. That's a little bit more classy than your breakfast. Because you don't even eat breakfast, do you? I feel like I remember you telling me that you don't eat breakfast. I could be remembering wrong. Drop it today? Why would I drop it today? I upload every Wednesday. Why would I randomly... I've been uploading on the same Wednesday, Sunday for 2 weeks now in a row. Why would I all of a sudden just change my schedule to upload on a random day? You know what, Junior? Instead of uploading that right now and watching that, you could watch the video that I uploaded yesterday. I just uploaded yesterday. I upload halfway through the week. Half and half and half and half. Of course I remember Kadong. I remember a lot of things. I also forget a lot of things. I generally consider myself to have a pretty bad memory, but I trust my gut to remember some things. And if I don't remember it, I'm fine being wrong and you can correct me. But I guess that means you have been commenting your breakfast on all of my videos, haven't you? Anyways, Junior, that's why I'm not uploading yet. I upload every Wednesday and Sunday at noon. Wednesday, Sunday. Just want to see the lunatic guy. You're not going to see the person. That's a whole privacy issue, and I don't want to get into any situation with that. You don't see the person, but you see me telling the story and you see me fleeing. Do you guys want to see a sneak peek? I'll show you a sneak peek. You want to see a sneak peek? Who wants to see a sneak peek? Let me do a poll. Let me do a poll. Do you want to see a sneak peek? Is that peek? Sneak peek? Sneak peek. Okay. I didn't know which was the EE and the EA. Do you want to see a sneak peek of the South Africa vlog? Yes or no? Ask your community. Do you want to see a sneak peek? No spoils? Well then vote no. I'll do whatever you guys vote. I'll do whatever you guys vote. And A, thank you. I know you're new here and I'm asking big things for you to show some love on this video. I appreciate you saying a good old thumbs up to that though. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you genuinely do. All right. Sneak peek. I'm so fucking tired. Like I said, I have this sleep tracker on my finger. I only sleep like 4 hours a night for the past month. I've been sleeping 4 hours a night. No naps or anything. All right, looks like most people are saying yes. So, K-Dong, look away for a very brief second. I'm not showing too much. I'm not showing a lot, I promise. What part do I show? Show you blood dripping down my face? No, I'm not showing you that. I'm going to show you part. Here, let me turn off the music. All right, you ready? That's all you get. That's it. That's all you get. Just so you know it's real. I was actually fleeing that house. Just so you know it's real. That's all you get. See, I told you, K-Dong, it wouldn't be too much. Not too much. I like your watch. What is it? It is a Hamilton. What was it? Hamilton Jazzmaster. It's like $1,000 watch. I got it when I founded Inlight. When I started Inlight, I love watches. I get watches to commemorate moments. I got a watch the first time I stayed a significant amount of time in South Africa to commemorate, like, this place just felt like home to me. I got a watch to commemorate that. I got that watch to is commemorate the right word? I'm so tired. I can't think of any words. Yeah, to commemorate founding Inlight. Right here, this guy. So I've had that watch for a while. However, you don't need like some ridiculously expensive watch. Like, I don't need some fancy $100,000 Rolex watch to prove, like, no, that watch looks great. Has a lot of meaning. It was what I could afford at the time. And I love it. And I'll still wear it. I'll wear a watch that's cheaper than my suit jacket. That's fine. I'll wear a watch cheaper than my, actually it's more expensive than my shoes. I don't have expensive shoes. The most expensive pair of shoes I have are Adidas Ultra Boosts. Just after crushing a quota this past year and getting through some stuff personally. Exactly. Was the personal stuff, the whole break that I don't want to sound insensitive, but the breakup situation? Either way, you get it. I'm the same way with watches. I am the same way. But yeah, everybody, thank you so much for watching this stream. It's been a pleasure talking to you all. I hope this whole YouTube thing works out. Genuinely. YouTube is a great platform for posting videos and teaching and getting exposure. But at the beginning, it is a very slow process until that one video, like I was saying, until that one video just hockey sticks, spikes up, like GameStop February 2020. And it just spikes up. January 28th, actually. But it just spikes up, right? Until that happens to a channel, it's very slow growth. Very slow. Every video adding 20 views, adding 20 views, adding 20 views. And eventually one video just takes it off. I'm hoping the South Africa vlog will be that, because I am putting a lot of work into this content. And if I put out a lot, here's a little lesson for you all. I actually wrote a little bit about this that I'll put together some sort of TED Talk thing about in the future. It's about your output versus your intake. If you're putting out a ton, if I am teaching a lot, right, but I'm not getting much in return, it'll be very easy. Even though I love teaching, I'm very passionate about teaching, and it drives me, it fuels me. Teaching gives me energy. If I don't get anything in return, be it money or engagement on a platform or whatever, right? I'm not getting that feedback. Then it just subconsciously, this is just universal laws type of thing, wears you out and you become burnt out on something if you are putting out a lot and not taking in anything, right? So I'm putting a lot of time and effort into these videos, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and stressing, making sure that every single frame is perfect for you all to learn the most out of these videos as you can and get the most value out of it without a single second of your time wasted. And then to just get 20 views, like put in this past video, I put in, I don't know, a few hours. Let's just say a few hours of work into it, and a few hours of work into 20 views. And then a few more hours of work into 20 views. The South Africa vlog is like, let's just say 100 hours of work into however many views it gets. And that you get those slow step ups, eventually I'll burn out. And I'm hoping that the crossing point, whatever you would call that, where my burnout and the channel taking off meets above, like fast enough that before I reach the point of burnt out, the channel starts increasing to where my intake is greater than my output, so that I can then be recharged to continue to output more, if that makes sense. I'm trying to put that in saying me and I to make the example make more sense, but that goes for a lot of things in life. If you are giving more than you are receiving, you will burn out. Even if you are a giver by personality, you will burn out until that investment of giving eventually pays back at some point in some way. All of that's what the Enlight education is about. Not just the trading stuff, but it's about that type of stuff. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this. I went 24 minutes overtime because I love talking and teaching. I need to work out. I need to eat. I need to sleep. And I need to keep editing the South Africa vlog and more. It's great to meet you, A. Welcome. It's great to see you again, Kadong. It's great to see you again, Chris. I bet Chris is gone, but it was great to see Chris. Joe, Nano, it's good to see you. Do you have docs on that? On what? Get some rest, thank you. Docs on what? Or things to back? I don't know what you mean. Love to read about the burnout? Oh, no. What I just taught you is like an accumulation of hundreds of hours of my own research that I just regurgitated in my own lesson on the spot. I don't have like a folder of burnout articles to send, but I love the the input. So one thing, Joe, that I want to do is, since I do a lot of this learning and researching and whatnot, I do want to gather a lot of like really high quality things on certain topics and almost like sell that as a course. Because why just re-say something in my own words if I can sell something that's in the public domain, selling the time and effort it took to package all of that together and give that to you, kind of thing, you know, giving more than receiving and then not wanting to give more. Yeah, that, Joseph, that was from my own heart, from my own brain. It does apply so much in life, and I will happily talk with you about that more if you'd like to. But that was, I wasn't quoting anything there. That was just Max. That was just Max. That was my own personal philosophy. Thank you, Drips. Good to see you as well. Hope you have a great rest of your day. It is 6:30 p.m. here, so I'm going to hit the gym, which is right there. You guys have probably seen. You guys enjoying some of the fitness and workout? I haven't posted much, but some of the fitness stuff, more of like motivational stuff, or like it's a picture of me working out with a, hey, check out this YouTube video, but it's obviously like showing, hey, you need to work out every day kind of thing, or exercise or move around. Do you guys like that stuff? Obviously Inlight is meant to be more than just trading, but I'm playing around with slowly introducing that stuff now that the Inlight app is coming out soon. So hopefully you guys are enjoying all of that. And I don't plan on filming or doing anything right now, but hope you guys are enjoying a little bit of that being added in, spicing up the Inlight, spicing up the trading content a little. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Same time, 9 a.m. Eastern time. 9 to 11 is what we're doing. This whole week is going to be on YouTube. From 9 to 11 on YouTube, all right? I will see you all tomorrow morning. It's so weird to say that. It is tomorrow morning, but it's evening for me. I'll get used to it. I will see you, because I feel like I'm lying, even though I'm not. I'm just speaking. It's like speaking somebody else's language and feeling like imposter syndrome of like, I'm in Italy. Should I be speaking Italian? I feel like I'm kind of being rude, butchering their language. It's kind of like that. Like I feel like I'm lying, saying have a great rest of your day, or see you tomorrow morning, when I'm not actually seeing you in my morning. Anyways, that's ego talking, putting life in my perspective, putting the world in my perspective. It will be morning for all of you. So let's settle the ego down. Let's become sober. Let's sober that ego. I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Now let me figure out how to, there we go.